Hey everyone, thanks for coming on. We are live. That was Mustard Plug with White Noise, Can't Contain It.
Yes, it's off their latest album. They'll be at Back to the Beach this weekend at Huntington State Beach in California. Um, it's 2 days festival. On Saturday it'll be 311 and the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Less Than Jake. And on Sunday it'll be Mustard Plug, Goldfinger, Sublime with Rome. And then May 18th they'll be playing at the Magic Stick in Detroit. May 19th in Chicago at the Beat Kitchen. And then they will head in June 14th, 15th, and 16th. They're at the Rockfest in Canada, in Quebec. They'll be playing with Weezer, Lamb of God, Tenacious D, Rancid, Sum 41. But it's us dudes from Grand Rapids, man, got formed in 91, and I've been listening to them for at least 20 years.
They're playing with Lamb of God. That's kind of like two big genre differences. But that's great.
Yeah, Godsmack. There's gonna be a bunch of things. And Boss Tones, Cannibal Corpse.
That's crazy.
Huge festival.
I like the ska music. Like, it gets me happy.
Yeah, well, we used to listen to Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I ain't ashamed of it. So, great stuff. We're going to be playing some more stuff. So, chill out, listen to the show, and we'll play it when we get off the air here. Real quick, I want to introduce our guest. We got one finally.
Yeah, that's right.
One Mr. Zac Page, SAX driver, right? Or SXS?
Yeah, side-by-side co-pilot. I do a little bit of racing myself, and lots of man of many talents, a Zac of all trades, if you will.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. You're the man, what I hear.
The band, though, Mustard Plug, those guys are pretty cool.
Hell yeah, they are.
I was digging that. You said White Noise was the name of that?
Yeah.
That's the name of the album.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, that'd be some good stuff to listen to while you're racing.
Yeah, well, we kind of have to have a little bit of concentration and a clear channel between us, but if I could, I'd jam out as well.
Hell yeah.
Now, I got to ask you, what duties are involved in being a co-pilot? Like, describe what you have to do.
Well, the simplest way I can do it is, I'm not sure if you guys ever watched any sort of rally racing on TV, but there's a guy, and basically he's reading the course to the driver, because, they're moving really fast, and it's, a tight track, and I'm basically telling him what to do, more or less. He does it, I'm telling him what to do. Real basics. I spot, far out. He's looking up close, maybe say 30 foot out. I'm looking 100, 200 foot, maybe up to 500 foot, out. Because we move at, I'd say an average of 20 to 30 miles an hour through the woods. There's sections of the field where we'll get up to 60, 70. I mean, just be completely wrapping the car out of RPMs, and I monitor oil temp, water temp. Water temp's a big one, especially when we have like muddy races. Our radiators will start getting plugged up and start getting full, and that's real bad when you're running a water-cooled machine. You don't want to overheat, and you could blow your motor. You could be done for the day. Lots of bad things are involved when that happens. I monitor positions like. Say I got a guy coming up on, the right side of us in a field section, and we've got a turn coming up. I'll say, hey, try to move in to, block him. That way he doesn't get on the inside, force us out. I'll say like on a field section, a big open turn. Or say we've got somebody that, we're trying to get around. We're stuck behind them in the woods. And a lot of times, you got trees all around you in the woods, and there's not a lot of room because you're running a vehicle that's 64 inches wide, and dodging trees at 30 miles an hour. We try to look for, I guess what we call them as hotlines. That not exactly shortcuts, but we're allowed 25 foot from the course marker arrow With that, you can go wherever you want. There's typically like a marked trail of sorts, but if you can find a way from point A to point B in the fastest way and still be within the restrictions of your zone, your foot limit, I mean, that's what we try to do. If we get stuck behind somebody, say, hey, we got a hotline coming up here. Let's try to get by them real quick. That way, we're not being slowed down in the woods anymore because there's not really much passing there.
Sure.
It's crazy. I watched a little bit of the race this past weekend in South Carolina. The track.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a disservice to call it a track. It is like a course. I could not believe it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's pretty much like a closed course. We don't really have a fence around it. For instance, this weekend we actually had a motocross track along with woods and field section, which is always a lot of fun. If you get to get the cars in the air for a little bit, that's always fun.
So, Zach, question for you. What kind of got you into doing what you're doing? I mean, that's kind of like a niche racing type. You know what I mean? What drew you to that?
Oh, for sure. Well, I've always grown up, I guess, like a gearhead, motorhead, whatever you want to call it. I've always been interested in more of the extreme sports type deal. I thank my dad for that. He got me started riding at a real young age. Started off on a dirt bike, went to a four-wheeler, went to a three-wheeler, which is a lot of fun. Then went back to a four-wheeler and started, just riding with them and riding with him and his buddies, I guess I should say. And I was never allowed to race growing up. My dad, he got injured up at Redbud, and Mom quickly put a stop to any future racing that I had planned. So I guess when I become, I think I was 18, 19, maybe 20, somewhere in there, I ran my first what was it, Midwest XC, the local series here in Indiana on the 250R. I didn't do too hot, but I didn't do too bad either. It's a sport that requires a lot of endurance. I mean, if you could imagine, the cross-country racers, in high school and junior high, most of them are probably, skinnier and had a lot of endurance. I mean, it's definitely a toll on your body, throwing around a heavy machine for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be. So that's how I, got into racing. And that's the circuits run more local here rather than, like, say, motocross, which we've got Tom's a Marine down there. He built the Ironman Speedway. But we don't really have a lot of motocross around here, so I kind of gravitated towards the cross-country side of things and kind of started doing that. And I had a buddy. He's actually my landlord at the time. He was a big motorhead as well, Eric Palomaki. He's big motorhead, and he ended up getting one of the YXZs, and, he kind of wanted to try, riding it, racing it a little bit and seeing what happened. And I told him about the series that I was running at the time, and he was real interested in it. So rules say you have to have a co-pilot, and I'm like, well, I mean, if you want, I'll ride with you. I mean, I've never done it before, but that's where it started, and we've come a long way. First year, which was, I think, not 16, but the end of 2015, I believe, is when the YXZ first come out. And he was one of the guys that he pre-ordered one, and that, for me, was a total game changer as far as, like, the side-by-sides. I'd always see them as kind of like a slower, more utility-type usage, a farm machine, if you will. And Yamaha really just flat-out blew me away. We went over a log sideways, in the yard. It was every bit of a foot log that if you went over on a quad or a motorcycle, or especially even like your bicycle, I mean, it'd throw you over the bars. We went over it probably 20, 30 miles an hour like it was nothing, barely even felt it. And I was like, holy cow, this machine's got something to it. It was a sport shift. It was a sequential shifter with a clutch. I mean, just cool. And
that's got to involve a lot of trust between the two.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the things that these machines can do is just, it's impressive. And once I rode with him, that was it. I mean, I was like, okay, this is awesome. This is something that is fun. I mean, and he's a very competitive guy, and we started. I mean, we didn't start real good off the bat, but we started doing real good. I mean, finishing top 5 of our class, and I mean, once you start, getting up there, maybe not winning, but getting close, it becomes real competitive, and you kind of get the itch for just keep going at it.
Sure. So you guys race out here at Tom's then, right?
Yeah, we ran the Ironman last year and the year before. See, last year, oh man, I can't remember what we got. I just had it on my tongue, on the tip of my tongue, but that's a real fun track. That Ironman, it's a classic, one of the biggest races of the whole GNCC circuit. I mean, we get lots of people out there. I mean, I think I could be wrong, but I know there's over 1,000 ATVs and bikes there, this past year, and spectators, I'm going to say it was over 5,000. I want to say 10,000, but I could be completely wrong there. I should have probably looked that information up.
See, I thought there was actually more than 10,000. I thought they averaged about 15.
That might be true. I know it's crazy, and a lot of our the GNCC circuit is it's a big circuit. It's got factory sponsorships in it, and I mean, with that, you've got money, you've got people, you've got a lot of time invested into it, and it's just it's real cool. I mean, we race all over the country as far as GNCC goes. Like I said, you were just talking about being down in South Carolina. Before that, we were in Florida, and then we were back in South Carolina maybe about a month and a half ago or so. The Tom's Marine, they do a phenomenal job with the track out there, and this year a new rule they've introduced is that during the side-by-side or the UTV races, no spectators or even racers, nobody, period, except for course marshals, is allowed to be on the track because, you're pushing a machine 30, 40 miles an hour through the woods at times, and, they weigh 1,000, 1,500 pounds. That doesn't, I mean, if somebody were to, get hung up in front of you or something and you have to dodge and there's spectators there, I mean, you just don't have the time to stop. And that's not something anybody, would ever want to live with or, I mean, because it would kill a person if they got hit by one. I feel, I mean, and I'm pretty sure that, the GNCC feels the same way. So it's kind of a bummer that you can't be in the woods this year to see, some of the racing, but there's a lot of track that, you can actually experience, other parts that are more open, like Tom's Marine out there, they have the motocross track, and, that's a blast to run on a side-by-side. That's not something we usually get to do.
Sure.
Usually through the woods, tight trees, dodging them, and lots of open field sections. But that motocross track it's real cool. It's not something that the machines were designed for. So you're really getting them out there and doing something different with them.
Sure. Yeah. No. Like I said, I've been out there several times, and I think we're gonna try. I'd like to maybe try getting the show out there this year and do something with them guys. So I mean, it's a big turnout. It's a hell of a time really out there.
Oh, definitely. I couldn't agree more.
Okay,
I think that's the 28th and 29th this year.
Yeah, correct.
What was more nerve-wracking, driving this past weekend, or are you more nervous about getting married this fall?
Getting married's easy. I love her. It's not hard at all. Driving is, I guess, riding, because I try to be on top of my game there. I mean, I try to, for us, like the first lap for me is the most crucial, because I have to remember our little hotlines, or, just tell him everything that's going on, try to remember the track. I tell him, go left, go right. I mean, you got a sweeping corner coming up. And I don't want to be, the guy that makes a mistake. I want to be on it. I want to be, nailing my job. That way he can be doing his job. And that's super nerve-wracking. Getting married? Nah. It's easy.
It's going to be awesome.
It'll be a blast.
Someone, I ain't going to say no names, just said, he must know I'm listening. So good answer. Good answer.
I don't know who that. Yeah.
So, I mean, does it make her nervous, I assume, you going doing this?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, and she hasn't gotten to ride in one, so she doesn't exactly, understand how fast we're moving. We're dodging trees, literally. Like, this past weekend down in South Carolina, it was super dusty. It was brutal conditions, really. But, I mean, there was dust, 5 feet in front of you is all the farther you could see. And, you're moving, quickly through the woods in a heavy machine. You don't want to hit a tree, tag a tree real bad and put you out of the race. And we were just eating dust down the field section behind a few guys. And I'd say there's maybe 15 feet in front of us, there's a tree that popped up out of nowhere. And we had to dodge it. And it's like, oh, man, just kind of, wipe it off and keep going. I mean, you got to move past things real quickly. And that's it's pretty dangerous. I mean, we are about as safe as we could possibly be. We've got a full roll cage around us. I mean, we've got Racer Parts Wholesale. They do a great job of keeping us safe. I mean, we got race suits, we got gloves, helmets. We're in full racing seats like your dirt track cars. I mean, full 5-point harness. I mean, we're safe. We got window nets. Things can happen. I mean, that's part of racing. We take risks, and
sure,
most of them are educated risks, I guess you could say.
Sure.
You got any upcoming races that you want to tell people about?
Let's see. We got a couple. We got 3 more GNCC races that I'm definitely going to be able to co-pilot at. And the problem with me co-piloting is my work schedule. Really, is I work a 4-on, 4-off schedule, and we always race on Saturdays, so I don't always have the Saturdays off, and can't quite get them off. So I try to, recruit some people that I know are, good racers and can be competitive, and try to give them the rundown of what they need to be doing when they're filling in for me. There's one this weekend. I believe it's Midwest, down in, I think, North Salem, which is probably 25 minutes or so from Crawfordsville. We run a pretty localized circuit, really, as far as the Midwest and IXCR. There's usually no races more than 3 hours from here, at least with the IXCR Midwest. The GNCC, we got 2 more in Ohio. I believe there's one in May. I'm going to say like mid-May. I know they're running a GNCC down in southern Indiana, the X Factor. I can't quite remember where that's at right now, but we're not racing down there. Part of the GNCC circuit, I guess, is we only run half the races. Part of that's probably due to some of the property owners not wanting us to tear up part of the track, and they also work in the micro guys, the 50cc ATVs and bikes, the real young kids, the 4-year-olds, maybe 5-year-olds out there, just starting out racing. So it's hey, I understand that. Why not, I'd rather have, some young kids growing into the sport than, us be racing, we don't really have to.
Sure.
Then there's always Ironman down in October. But yeah, we've got a break as far as GNCC goes. I believe we race in May, and then we don't race again until I think it's October 7th or 8th maybe. That's Powerline Park over in Ohio. That's about maybe 6-hour drive from here. And then the end of October we got the Ironman. They do that so partially they can work in the Torque series, which is pretty cool. That's they run the side-by-sides. They also run the stadium trucks too, I believe. It's more of like a short course with a few smaller jumps. But a lot of the pro guys that we race with, the factory guys, if you will, we're pro, but we're not factory.
Sure.
They will run that Torque series, and it's pretty cool. I mean, they get out there, and it's basically like a short motocross or TT style track that they really get going on, and it's fun to watch. That's for sure. That's more run out towards I guess the western part, and I think maybe some in Minnesota, western part of the country, somewhere up around there. They do a lot of that, and it's real cool. Sometime I'd like to check it out, but it's a totally different style of car, totally different build. I mean, it's completely different. Still side by side, just completely different.
Sure. Well, you have any more questions for him, Brandon?
I don't actually. We really appreciate you coming on and everything. I was just really impressed with how it looked really tough. The racing just looked really tough.
Yeah, no, it looks it. Now, you guys were televised last weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't actually watched it yet. We run the GoPros, and I'll try to get you guys some of the footage that we run. Like the GoPro, like a little action camera. I mount one to my helmet, and he runs one on the car. Just we look at some of the things we did, what we can do better, and analyze them. And it's just cool to watch as well. But yeah, I don't know if we actually got onto Racer TV or not. Sometimes they're working on their system. I know they've been having some trouble with it. Yeah, when we get on there, I know the Florida race, we were on there about 4 or 5 times. You got to actually see us. I think there's one point where we actually got a pass on somebody on TV, which is, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Just to think that, hey, you were on TV doing some racing and you got a pass or something like that. That's just, I don't know. It's just fun to me and in my blood. And
That's awesome.
Hey, Zach, I appreciate you coming on, buddy, and good luck this year.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. And if I don't see you guys before, I'll definitely see you at the wedding.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right. Well, hey, you guys take it easy and have a great rest of your show. And what was it? Was it Mustard
Plug?
Mustard Plug.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to them for doing the intro. That's pretty cool. Thanks, guys.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Hey,
Ed.
you too. Bye.
All right. That was pretty cool. I like when people come on and talk.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was kind of shocked a little bit when I watched some of the race because if nobody's seen what he's talking about, it's almost like a pumped up sprint car or something.
Yeah, it is.
Like a big sprint car. And they're racing on like a track where you think like a dirt bike would race.
Exactly. Yeah, no, like the Iron Man. They're going through cutting all these corners on dirt bikes and quads, and you're like, man, how are they making it through? I couldn't imagine with that. I give them credit. Balls of steel. They have the cojones. So
Cojones?
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Yeah.
So okay, let's get some serious stuff going on here.
Yeah, we kind of got to get something out of the way before we get kind of going. So.
One of our favorite people ever passed away a couple days ago. Brandon, would you like to go on and take this a little bit? I'm choked up right now.
Yeah, it's tough. It's been tough for us all the last few days. But Vern Troyer died, guys. Mini-me.
Yes.
It's been tough, and I just, in honor of him, we just like to take a moment and just play something in his honor.
Yeah. So if everybody could just kind of bow your heads, here we go. So, Vern, you're going to be missed. You're going to be missed, buddy. He lived a short life.
Oh, God.
That is Vern Troyer in the background. He's actually alive. He's hanging out with us.
He was really down to earth.
Yeah, literally, like a foot from it. We are going to hell. And the shows are...
Lord.
Hey, we're 27 minutes in, and it's already gone to hell. We got the interview done, and it's gone to hell.
Oh, you're dying.
Alright. So, okay. Yeah, Vern's dead. No Austin Powers reunion. It's horrible. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll have like a CGI midget.
I think he's a dwarf.
No, he's a midget. Here's the thing. I want to vote on our app, okay, or on our page here. All right. The comment section, was he a midget or a dwarf? I'm saying midget. Dwarfs are kind of like normal-sized people, but small, right?
Right. They're just like a shrunken-down version of a person.
Okay, we're getting a bunch of feedback saying we're going to hell and that's horrible. Straight to hell. Look, that was not gonna send us. And
Oh my God.
here's the thing. All right. If you're upset about that, wait till we play our ad. We got. So we'll get to that.
Like the first 16 days of April, we grew by 2 people a day. We had 2 new followers every single day. Then we had the podcast, and we lost 2.
Did we really?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell, it happens. I mean,
It was hilarious.
Look, this is us. We're not gonna. This is us. I'm the fat dude. I'm the fat dude in it.
I'm the transgender black guy.
Is he a transgendered? Trans-testicle? Hey, we got a question up on here. Actually, first and foremost, let's open up the lines. That you need to send me that.
Okay.
That's going to be the palate cleanser for everything. When it gets shitty, okay? When it gets bad, off track, guess what? Boom, we'll go to that. That's our palate cleanser.
Yeah, we gotta find a track.
Yeah, it's true. So, okay, we just got asked on there, are the Pacers going to get it done? My answer, yes.
I certainly hope so. I think they gave the last game away, which sucks. I thought that was theirs to lose, and they lost it. Now you got to really watch. I'm hoping the Pacers can pull through. I feel like they're playing better. But now the Wizards and the Raptors are tied 2-2, and that's who we play next. So we got to hope for a Wizards win there, I think. Right?
Yeah, you don't want to face Toronto. I mean, the Raptors. That's French for raptor. You want to face the Wizards, but the Wizards aren't. I mean, they're not no pushovers either.
Definitely not. No way.
I mean, Bradley Beal, he's really stepping up his game. Dude's
Wall's back.
Yeah, I mean, they can get it done over there.
I believe the Pacers can win this series. It's crazy to say that, but I think they can.
Oh, without a doubt. I think LeBron. Here's the thing: LeBron wants to come out, score all the points, and put the team on the shoulders. He just needs his team not to show up. That's what it comes down to, and that's with anybody.
Well, maybe he should not buy matching suits for the next game and worry about the game.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing: win a championship, then buy the suits.
Yeah. Hey, have the Cavaliers turned into like the? I don't want to compare them too much to them, but kind of like the Patriots, where it's pretty much the people in Cleveland are rooting for Cleveland, and everyone else is rooting for the Pacers, like everybody else, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because LeBron's become the basketball side's they're Tom Brady. I mean,
is he dating a model? Is he married to a model?
He might be.
Male model.
Hey, Robert Beck asks, is George Hill benched for injury or because he's only half trying against his boys? That's a good question. His back spasms was what I heard.
Yeah, he's still questionable, which is crazy. So you got to lean towards him playing, right?
Yeah, he's got to. I mean, okay. Let me ask you this. Let's get back to the beginning here. Pacers beat the Cavs. Cavs are done. Where does LeBron go next year? Does he go to LA?
I just don't understand why, but everyone seems to think he's going to LA. So I mean, it's. I don't know, man. I would stay if I was him, I'd stay in Cleveland, but obviously he's gonna jet.
Is that going to tarnish his career more? Because he got a bunch of slack because he got a bunch of slack about going to Miami.
Well, I just don't. The people of Cleveland would have to be sick if he left. I just think he ought to finish his career out there. He should have never left. And I mean, I personally know if he took off from Cleveland, I would despise the guy. I didn't care for him when he was in Miami, but when he was in Cleveland, I don't hate him.
Yeah. No, it's what it is. I mean, he needs to stay in Cleveland, I think, right?
I would if I was him, but I mean, they give you his best shot at winning, right?
Yeah, but
they wanted Kevin Love, and they got Kevin Love, and then they didn't keep Kyrie, and then they got Isaiah Thomas, and they've done all these things to, try to please him. What do they want?
God knows. I mean, but LA's calling. I think he's going to be a Laker. I think he's going to retire. Let me rephrase this. He's going to go out to LA, try to win a championship out there, and then he'll sign like a fucking one-day contract, like they all do, and come back and all will be good because he's retiring as that.
I don't understand that. I've never understood that. Like Dwight Freeney just signed like a one-day contract with the Colts. Why would it matter that you retired with them? I don't understand. Because
he spent the most time there. His prime was there. I get it.
That means that time counted, not the time. Like signing at the end of your career for one day so you can retire there. I mean, you already put in your years there. You should be honored there.
I get it. I think if anything, it's a PR thing. I mean, it's like, look, Jeff Saturday, he went to Green Bay and played. They played like a year there, 2 years there. And then he came back. Yeah, but he came back to Indy, signed a one-day contract, and retired. So he's retiring as a Colt. Well, you left. If you're that worried, if that team means so much to you, take that pay cut and play. You already have money.
Yeah, I understand it, the whole, I want to retire with you guys, but Dwight Freeney put his time in. He is a Colt. It didn't matter where he went after that or how not so well he played or how well he played.
Sure.
He's a Colt. He doesn't need to sign a one day. He should have been honored by the Colts regardless. I feel like it's more of an organizational, maybe we're not going to honor you unless you do this thing. I don't know. I just don't get it, I guess.
And here's the thing. You're completely right. Robert just put on there, he said it's for the fans. Exactly. That's what it's for. It's to... I don't know what these contracts are worth. You know what I mean? I don't know the financials of it. But all it is it's for the fans. Comes back. Everybody comes out. Yeah, so and so, and then they retire.
I'm not coming across here. I get the fucking logistics of everything. I get the idea of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make fucking sense to me. So
I
I
no.
get it. I get it. But if I play a 12-year NFL career and 10 years is with a certain team, I don't feel the need to sign a fucking one-day contract with them. I'm done. I'm retired. I'm going to respect who I was with last, but everybody knows who I was with the most and played the best for. So
Exactly. Exactly. It's pointless. I totally agree. I 100% agree. You know who he could sign a one-day contract.
Who's that?
No, he's retired now. He spent
Air
some.
Bud.
No, don't be saying his name.
Oh, okay.
We don't. 2 more times. You know the rule.
All right. Thank God it's not Air Bud.
Oh shit. We get one more name. It's on. So nobody call in. Nothing like that. Saying his name.
So who is it? Who's the dude?
Let's just say he started a franchise called the Orange Julius. OJ.
Oh, yeah.
OJ.
Dude, he's back at Bills games and stuff. Maybe he's got a little bit left in the tank, dude.
He could. He could very well.
He's been branching out to other, ventures, but football, he can come back to that. Sign a 1-year deal with the Bills, man.
Yeah, it could happen. Well, without a doubt, it could happen. Now, we'll say this: he has branched out and been selling his name.
Yes.
There's I believe it's on iTunes and the Play Store on Google. Yeah. At least that's what the press packet they sent to us said.
Nice.
So he has a dating app called the. Well, I tell you what. Let's go on and take a listen. You ready?
Yeah.
With so many dating apps out there, which one should you choose? We've got the app that's a cut above the throat. I mean rest. Look no further than O.J. Simpson's slasher dating app. Do you have a hard time strangling, meeting women? Maybe you're a jealous man like O.J. With O.J.'s new dating app, you'll be controlling and manipulating your date in no time. It slashes you to the front of the pack. Just slash right on the lady you would love to murder someday. Marry someday. And swipe left on the lady you don't think would make a good victim of your love. All you need is a smartphone, and even you can be a lady killer just like OJ. If you don't believe this app will work, just listen to a girl who survived one of the dates.
I love using the OJ Slasher dating app to find love. I went to dinner last night with OJ, and he was such a gentleman. I can even make another date with someone else sitting right here in the comfort of my own home.
What did you just say? Let me in!
No! Help!
Oh well, back to the drawing board. Thank God with every download of my app, you get a free pair of isotoner gloves. Download the OJ Slasher dating app today and have your date in the back of the Bronco in no time.
What just happened?
Dude, I like it.
Yes, we're getting publicity. OJ's back, baby.
I feel bad for the young lady, but
Yeah, that's horrible, but it's the price you pay with OJ.
yeah, we really don't know who that was. It
Yeah.
could have been anybody breaking in.
Yeah, technically, yes.
Right.
We don't know. It could have been, Jim from down the road.
Dude, that makes us the new Kato Caitlins.
I always wanted to be a Kato.
Yeah, and a Caitlin.
A Caitlin, but not a Jenner.
No.
This show's gone to hell. And thank you, OJ Dating App, for coming on. Giving us that big check.
Yeah, thank God, That's rent right there,
Yeah. Nah, we got another week here. So.
Jesus.
God, I love doing this.
The NFL schedules came out.
Yes.
Everybody's looks pretty fair, and then I looked at the Browns. Dude, their schedule is rough.
I'm getting ready to go to it.
They got Steelers, Nolans. They got the Jets. They got Raiders, Ravens, Chargers, Bucks, Steelers again, KC, Atlanta. They got the Bengals twice. Panthers, Broncos. It's gonna be, dude. It's gonna be tough. They'll be lucky to win
A game?
Lucky to win. I think they can win a game.
But who against? Who against?
They got the Bengals twice. Okay. The Jets.
Yeah.
Maybe even the Bucks. The people are getting high on the Bucks again a little bit, but they're still the same team. I don't know, man. I think it looks rough.
Yeah, it's a tough, their preseason, it looks pretty. I mean, they need to get their guys ready in those 4 games, without a doubt.
Yeah, and everybody's got to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's going to be the key factor for them. And I hope they do something good with the draft. I mean, they need some players.
Yeah, that's Thursday. So I mean, there's people like Baker Mayfield's kind of like sneaking in now as the number 1 pick, and I don't know, man. I don't know.
We should have had a Downpour Sports Network draft show, pre-draft show for the draft of the pre-show. Right?
That's a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot of drafts
Yeah, the draft show, the pre-show.
with draft beers.
Exactly. I like it. We're Davenports. That's what we do.
The Colts schedule looks. It's not going to be easy,
No.
especially with Jacksonville and Tennessee and Houston, where they're going to be at. Everybody's going to be healthy for the Texans. They got the Eagles. They're at Philly, at New England, at Oakland. They play Dallas. I mean,
I wish Colts were playing in Indy. I ought to have been there.
You mean the Raiders?
Yeah, that's what I meant. That game was being played in Indy.
It's very odd because I think the last time they played
Was in Raider.
in Oakland, right?
So I don't know. It's kind of bullshit. I'm getting screwed out of my Raider time.
So I was kind of surprised at that. Two of the last 3 seasons they're going to play in Oakland.
Now they're trying to get as many Oakland games as they can in.
Oh, really? Is that why they're fucking going to London?
Exactly. Why? Here's the thing. It's financial. I mean, that's what it comes down to. But why you're leaving that fan base. Give them all you can.
Yeah, you're going to give Oakland 7 fucking home games in their last season in Oakland.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah, I'm on the same page with you. It's total
That's absolute horse shit.
Exactly. I don't know. It's bullshit. So, but no, Andrew Luck, he was seen holding a football today.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't want to get off topic. We're actually talking about the Colts, so it's not. Marcus Pollard just liked one of our posts.
Really?
Yeah, we did on This Day in Sports about his birthday. But it was back in February, but it just popped up, dude.
Ha! That's funny.
I had to share that. That's always cool, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah. It helps. You know what I mean? That's weird that he liked it. That's funny.
I
Or
loved it, actually.
loved it and liked it. I don't even know. So, we got some breaking news right before we went on the air.
Okay.
One Gronkowski sounds like he is going to play for the New England Patriots this year.
Oh my God, I'm so shocked.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Where else was he going to go?
He'd have to fucking get traded.
Yeah. You knew in the back of his head he's thinking the whole time, well, going to Cleveland.
10-6.
Yeah.
10-6.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, so what's a bigger... Obviously, that's not a big shock. But is it more of a shock that Des Bryant is still out on the market? It's been 10 days.
Yes. It is shocking. He has value. I know he's a cowboy, all that shit. But he's got talent. He's going to play somewhere. It's going to be a situation where there's going to be a receiver get hurt and he's going to be joining.
That's what it's got to take for a team to sign Des Bryant as a guy to get hurt. That's crazy to me.
It is. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just lost on it. It just seems...
Where's he going to go?
Well, he said he wants to go to New York, but we said that with Odell Beckham, and it might not working. But they did release Brandon Marshall, so it did free up a little bit of space. But
I don't know. But hey, real quick, we do got some. I just Googled something. Okay, so hold on.
I told him. I said Michael Jordan can't beat me one-on-one. Stop it. Get some help.
Got some ball news.
oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Hey, you said the name twice. You're getting it there. I had to. LiAngelo Ball reveals impressive hidden talent. Okay?
Suck his own dick.
No, it is not sucking his own dick. It's actually he can draw. There's an article.
Like draw flies or what?
No, there's a draw. I tell you what, we need to get this. I'm going to save this. It says no stencil, no nothing. I don't know, man. That has like the dude with the hands up in the air. You got to see this picture. It's of a dog and it says cash. It's got a money bag next to it.
Oh, geez, yeah, he definitely did that.
And it looks like, a 12-year-old drew it.
Wait, Lonzo is the artist?
LiAngelo.
Oh, God, Jello.
LiAngelo. Jello. He is... If it don't pan out in the NBA, he can always be an artist. Dude,
fuck that shit. It sucks.
It's nice, though. The whole ball fad has kind of faded away.
Well, you're keeping it alive. Dude, what the hell, dude? This fucking, for anybody who can draw, this is dog shit.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
It's horrible. It looks like a 10-year-old did it. No
Look at the
stencil.
chain around his neck.
Yeah!
It totally looks like he traced it.
He did, right?
Because the style of the dog and the style of the bag look like two different fucking styles. Like, the bag is perfect. And the dog looks fucking like he fucking had a seizure.
A stroke, maybe.
No, but seriously.
It's bad.
To an art eye, it looks like two different styles. So the dog does look like it's fucking stenciled.
But it said no stencil, no nothing. I don't know, man.
He probably stole it.
Probably.
Probably an artist in Taiwan. It looks like something a fucking guy in prison would draw and send to a fucking old lady or some shit.
Yeah, it's like...
That's what the art looks like.
There is another dog that was famous in the sports world.
Beethoven.
Yeah, he was famous.
Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, he was popular.
Airbud. Oh my God.
Hello? see, he's pissed now. Why do you have to say his name?
It's been a while since we had Airbud on.
I know. I miss the little feller.
I think he's beat his addictions.
Yes. I think he rides the Coke train every now and then. But Coca-Cola.
Hey, those kids got to get to school somehow.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
God damn it. So, okay, hey, have you still been watching Roseanne? I know it's totally off the subject, but have you still been?
I watch it. I enjoy it. I think it's good, dude.
I do too. So before the show, I was watching Modern Family, and I would love a Married with Children reunion.
Well, if anybody deserves one, it's them because they got canceled like mid-season, and that was it.
Yeah.
They didn't get like a finale. You know what I mean?
Do you think that show could come back on this day and age?
Dude, if Roseanne can do it, Al Bundy could do it because that Married with Children was awesome.
But with everything so politically correct, the whole sexism stuff, I mean, you know, what was the strip clubs? What was that called? Biggins, yes. No, that was the magazine. Wasn't it?
The nudie. They just called it the nudie bar.
Yeah. You know, no ma'am, that would not happen today. There'd be people calling for cancellation.
Dude, he put $1 on a string and tuck it and then string it back. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, he was a shoe salesman. He didn't have a lot of ones.
Dude, I eventually got around to... I watched the Andre the Giant documentary on HBO, and it was really, really good. They talked to Vince and Hogan and Gene Okerlund.
Don't spoil too much, because I plan on watching it tomorrow.
No, it's good. A lot of the stuff, they go pretty in depth to the WrestleMania 3 match with him and Hogan, and it's really good, man. I highly recommend it.
Oh, I will be watching it.
They literally spent 5 minutes talking about his farts.
Really?
Yeah. They said he would like to get somebody in an elevator or something with him and fart, and they would rattle the doors and shit. Like, it was horrendous. I was like, oh my god, I couldn't believe they were talking about it actually.
I plan on catching it tomorrow before the Pacer game, so I'll definitely be watching that. It's a huge game for him.
It is. I watched HBO also has the Paterno, the movie that Al Pacino is Joe Paterno.
Sure.
I didn't like it because it was just 2 hours of people like, Joe, did Sandusky do it? And he's like, I got a game. I got a game to worry about Saturday. I'm like, how many times can this go on?
Do you think he knew? He had to have, right? He did. It's been proven, right?
I don't know, man. I would think that you'd know something. So I think you can meet somebody and know nothing about them and get a vibe from that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I see your point, but in the same sense, there's a lot of weird people out there that I'm like, I know for a fact wouldn't. But within an organization, if you're working with people, you're going to catch little things. You know, it goes back to the whole Michigan State thing. People knew, but they didn't want to have that controversy come. So they put it under the rug. They kept, you know what I mean, feeding the machine, and boom, it blew up in their faces.
Yeah. It was... The movie's is so-so. It's not great. There's a reason why it was a made-for-HBO movie. It was alright.
No, I want to check the Andre one out first. So...
Yeah, it flew by.
I've been kind of big into the whole documentary stuff lately. I like it. Like when we were down for Thanksgiving, we watched the Jim Carrey documentary.
Oh yeah, the Man on the Moon one.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, it just Jim Carrey would get into a character and it'd just be crazy. I know I'm kind of rambling on. I just
No. I was gonna. He's kind of like. I think I can segue into this. 420 was last Friday. Okay.
okay.
And
we're reaching here.
CBS News released their secret celebrity stoners. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
Yeah, they've named them. The celebrities who smoke weed. I was shocked. Willie Nelson.
Okay. Whoa.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
What?
Snoop Dogg and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah. Did they say that that's like the Mount Rushmore of pot?
They're almost known for smoking weed. It was so funny that popped up on. It was on fucking CBS News.
The whole marijuana thing, the whole pot thing's become so. Yes, it's still illegal, but it's been so laxed now. I mean, it just is talked about nonstop.
Yeah, I live in Michigan, so you can get your card here. There's a dispensary like 2 blocks from here.
It's within walking distance.
Exactly.
That see, I didn't know that was up there. Like I didn't know they had, you know what I mean, medical marijuana.
Oh yeah.
So
it's been a while.
Next time you're out, obviously I can't go in, but I just want to like drive by there and be like, holy shit, they're selling, pot in there. That's
it's like it's 2 doors down from the license branch from like UMB.
Really?
Yeah. It's right there.
That is crazy. I never thought in my day I would see that. I really didn't.
I still can't wrap my head around it. It's crazy to me.
Back in my day, okay, we didn't have none of that funny, wacky tobacco, okay? I don't know how the times have changed.
Easy, Bob Dylan.
Hey, I know. Hey, so Colin Kaepernick's making some news with Seattle.
Do you really think they'll sign him?
Didn't they talk about it last year? Wasn't Seattle a team that was talked about signing him?
Well, obviously he kind of fits the mold of what they could use. They could actually use him in the game, I think.
Yeah.
Even with Russell Wilson. But I think so, but
do you think, here's the thing, the whole kneeling thing is what got him. Hands down. That's what it helped. Do you think maybe that's kind of, since the NFL and the players are like, yeah, we're going to veer away from it this coming year, maybe teams are going to be willing to give him a chance?
I don't see him getting signed. Because he's not gonna bend on that. I don't think. I think he's gonna kneel, and a team doesn't want it.
Well, I'd have to check the source here, but I thought he said he wouldn't be kneeling if he had moved on from that. My thing, all these people are saying, well, he can still play. There needs to be a team out there that don't have, you know what I mean, maybe struggling at a quarterback spot. Sign the dude for minimum contract. Let him play. You don't play, then bench him.
You mean if you don't stand?
Well, no. If you don't perform, because everybody's saying that he can still play ball. Well, I don't think he can. I think he kind of, all the political stuff got into it, and his focus went a different way. Let him play. Let him play. Let's see.
I just think he's pretty much the opposite of what any team needs. He brings too much outside bullshit into the locker room for me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I'm done hearing about it. Like, Here's the thing. He needs to go to the XFL or the UFL or whatever it was we were talking about a couple weeks ago. You know,
the American
yeah,
AAF or whatever it was, yeah.
That's where he needs to go.
Well, he can't go to the XFL because they've already stated you're standing.
Yes. Which I haven't heard much more. I figured Vinnie Mac would be given some info.
Well, we do know one quarterback that's staying put, and that is Nick Foles, and I was totally sold on him staying there.
See, I was opposite. This is where we're gonna disagree type deal. Yeah, if Wentz gets injured, I look like the fool, but he could be going to make some big money somewhere.
But he's kind of already did that in his career, and after a few starts, he would get benched in favor of someone. So I mean, I think it's good. I think it's hand in hand goes good. He's already gone out there and tested the market before with Kansas City and other teams like that, and then it never panned out. And it seems to work here. It seems to fit, and I think his personality, and he seems like a humble guy. I think it works.
Who starts the season for the Eagles?
Wentz.
Really?
Yeah, if he's healthy.
Sure, but you wouldn't give it to Foles.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you just won your Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Carson Wentz was playing at an MVP level. He was our MVP picks.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt, so.
It definitely puts the pressure on Wentz. Because he goes out the first 3-4 games and he stinks it up. Guess what? Now everybody's talking, well, when are they going to put in Foles? When are they going to put in Foles?
I just don't, for some reason, I just don't see Philly doing, becoming this Dallas Cowboys style drama-filled team. I think they'll find a way to make it work. I think Doug Peterson is one of the best coaches in the league. So,
you hope there's no drama there, but it just, you know how the NFL is, man. We'll see. It just depends on how these coaches, how the personnel in the office, they work at this. I mean, yeah, I hope for the best, Philly, but Foles, hope it was the right decision, man.
Oh, definitely. How could it not be? He don't. Why would he need to go and sign a big, huge contract with some crappy team? That's already happened in his career.
Sure.
Like where he's left and gone somewhere. I mean, just.
I get that he's fully humble. I fully get that he's humble. I can see it. I'll jump on board with you. I mean, that I can see where it's a smart move. Because again, if Wentz goes down again, which you never know could happen, he's there to back him up.
Foles did what a backup quarterback was supposed to do in any situation.
Sure.
It just so happened that it happened at the end of the season going into a playoff run. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. It doesn't earn him a spot because, like I said, Wentz was playing at MVP caliber.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, I'm on board with you. You've converted me.
No, I'm not trying to convert. I just.
Well, no, it's fine.
I think Wentz has already gone through all that stuff before.
Yeah, and I can see where you don't want to deal with it no more. That makes total sense to me. So.
Hey, did you wear your pearls for Barbara? Did you wear your pearls?
My pearls.
Pearls for Barbara. You didn't hear about that?
Yeah, no.
You were supposed to wear pearls in honor of her passing.
When? Today?
When she died.
Oh, I didn't know.
We broke it on the show, and then.
Well, I knew she died.
Yeah, you're supposed to wear pearls.
Gotcha. Well,
because she loved them more than Kim Kardashian loved pearl necklaces.
Damn it! You stole my joke. I was gonna go something about pearl necklace. Wonder how many pearl necklaces Barbara Bush wore.
Well, I heard every time her husband or son invaded a country for oil, she bought one. So I guess she's got tons.
Yeah. Who gave it to her?
I don't know. Probably Slick Willie. Probably Bill Clinton.
That could be. That dude is a pimp. Oh my God. Where did we take this show?
Pearls for Barbara.
Pearls for Barbara.
We gotta wear something for Vern.
What?
I don't know.
It's kind of sad that he's gone.
Vienna sausages for Vern.
It took me a second. We could all ride in the wheelchair, motorized. Yeah.
Oh, poor guy.
Dude, I loved watching him on Celebrity. You never sent that to me. Okay.
It's just on YouTube.
What's it under?
Vern Troyer Mini-Me. Signature Austin Powers E. Just a bunch of E's. Oh my God.
Oh my God, I don't know if this is it, but we're going to play it.
Are you alright, little man? Mm-hmm.
What the fuck did I just watch?
No, it's just him sitting at a desk. It's like 11 seconds long.
Oh my God. We're going to miss you, Vern.
Yeah, Vern, we already missed you.
Yeah. I was always worried about stepping on him.
I'm surprised that... Dude, how much fake shit is on Facebook? Like, honestly.
Hashtag fake news, everything.
No, like, anti-Trump is fake. Pro-Trump is fake. And everybody's fucking buying into it. Dude, I know I was going to talk about this a few weeks ago, but there was this thing on Facebook called Messages from Heaven.
Yes.
You could fucking type in... It was an app. It was like the name tests thing. And you could type in who you wanted to hear a message from who is deceased. Type in their name and they send you a fucking message. I fucking wanted to goddamn hang myself when people were doing it. What the fuck, man? It's just generated fucking bullshit.
Preach it. Yeah, I'm fully on board with you. Facebook brings out so much. Okay, first of all, I love you, Facebook. Thank you for hosting our show. But Facebook has so much bullshit on it. It's stuff like that.
9 out of every 10 things are just fucking wrong.
Exactly.
And the people post it. They don't give a fuck. It could be dated. They'll share something that's dated 2014 and share it like, hey, this is fucking just happened, guys. Watch out, or some shit. It's just like, fuck, man.
Exactly. You know what's not fake?
What's that?
Davenports Sports Network. 100% truth,
right.
100% honesty.
DSN, baby.
DSN all the way. We're not stuck in the 90s like some people, okay? Looking fresh in our cars. We keep it real.
We keep it real.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Bernie Mac album. A comedy album.
We keep it in the 2018.
Really?
Yeah. No. I mean, this day in sports, kind of. You're killing the plug here, Brandon.
Well, what is that? Then we're going to play Mustard Plug.
Yes. We'll play them. But I had to give Davenport Sports Network a plug.
We're the future of sports news?
We're the mini-me for Vern. I don't know.
Figure out something to wear for Vern.
A gray suit.
Gray suits for Vern. Pinkies for Vern. We can do the pinky to the mouth thing like Dr. Evil.
Yes.
Pinkies for Vern.
Dude, let's start a trend on Facebook.
Pinkies for Vern.
You send a picture, I'll send a picture, and we'll see if we can get this going.
Perfect.
Why not? It'd be great. Shameless plug. It's gone quiet.
It's quiet.
It's quiet. You know.
Quiet on the Western Kent.
God damn. So, you want to do another plug?
A butt plug.
No.
Plug it now. What is it?
No, I mean, if you're good with it, I was going to play some mustard plug.
Yeah, this is actually, I think, this song kind of broke them in. It's off of their 1993 album, Big Daddy Multitude. It's Mr. Smiley from Mustard Plug.
Yes, so we're going to jam out and get the show off, and we'll see you back next week.
Episode 27.
Episode 29, 28's next week.
That's right.
I'm bad at math. 4 plus 4 is 18.
That's right.
All right, let's jam out some mustard plug.
See you guys.
And all the things you said to me, you always taught me right from wrong. Till you went on the killing spree and killed your family. Why is this the way things have to be? Tell me, oh, Mr. Smiley, how could it be true? The things they say that they knew, I can't believe it. What has happened to you? I took my time while thinking it through, digging for facts, believing in you. Oh, Mr. Smiley, give me a clue why they said it was you. I can't accept it. Tell me it's not true. Cause you were once so good to me. Oh, Mr. Smiley, tell me how it could be. I never thought you'd be a criminal case till I saw your face on my TV. Was it just for entertainment? Cause now your face, I like